Hi Aries, welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Aries, welcome back. I want to say if you're new, welcome. I've been away for about 2 weeks. It has felt like 2 years. It's super weird, and I really missed to be here. So I'm super excited to be back. Today there's going to be an overall general reading for you, what's going on for you right now on your awakening path. So let's, with no further ado, talk away. I want to show you I'm using the Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue. I know it's being reversed, but look at the image. It's really beautiful. So I will just jump right in and see what I can find for you, Aries. There you go. I'm waiting for 2 cards to come out, and then I'm going to clarify them deeper. There you go. Wow, 2 red. So it's a 1 and 2. So there's a major process going on for you right now. I'm going to show you the cards in a second. There's a major process going on for you. When we have the 1 and 2, it's like we're starting somewhere and we're going somewhere. And they're both red. So it talks about the foundation, the core of stuff. You're in a process of shifting your core, if that makes sense, like your basis of stuff. That could be home, that could be family, that could be friends, that could be relationships. It could be anything that you're shifting at the very core of yourself. And just take a look at these. They're absolutely stunning. I won't bother too much about the text on the bottom. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beautiful butterflies in this card, with this beautiful tree. And it's like the butterflies, so the butterfly in itself is talking about transformation. It's so detailed that camera might not even pick it up. But so it's Ace of Spring. So we have 1, 2 butterflies on this side and butterflies on this side, and there's this beautiful fairy standing in the middle here. We have a bird on the bottom, and it's doing this, like flying around and doing this little loop around this gorgeous tree, this spring blossom tree. So for me, it talks about, because it's Ace of Spring. Ace, first and foremost, is the highest possible energy. Ace is like brand new beginnings. It's exciting new endeavors. It's the highest possible energy that you're working with right now. And since we have Ace of Spring and 2 of Spring, for me it talks about in the springtime, depending on if you're in the southern hemisphere or in the northern hemisphere. Right now we're sort of stepping into fall. So I would say that is towards spring. In the northern hemisphere, right now you're stepping into, am I saying this correctly now? Spring right now. I just want to say though, no matter where you live, this is what I'm receiving. No matter where you live, it's like for now and a 6 months period ahead of you, a 6 months period ahead of your time from where you're at right now. Not caring about where you live on the planet. That's what I'm picking up. We have the Ace and then we have the 2. So that's why we have the 1 and the 2. There's a circulation going on. It's like the butterflies it's like you're fully transforming right now, Aries. And it's like you're circling, I don't know, you're circling around. It's like you're flying in and out, getting in and out of stuff. It's like you're going within and you're trying stuff from within and you're testing it out on the outside, and you're flying around and flying about to sort of get more information, is what it feels like. It's a very excited energy. It's like you finally picked up pace, you finally picked up speed. And even though it says spring, and don't lose your hope when you hear the word spring, and when I talk about it like a 6 months period, we're stepping into fall really soon here in the northern hemisphere. And And you know how quickly that goes. Like when you pass the fall and then we're at winter time and then we're stepping into spring. That's how short it is. It's a really fast moving. I just feel like it moves so fast all day, every day now. And with this fairy, it's like you're the fairy, and the fairy for me is the the fairy that comes in when they arrive. It's like they're talking about manifestations, and you are the fairy. So Aries is the fairy, which only talks about how you're the magician, how you're the one that is in control of everything that you're bringing about into your life right now. That's why I say that you are the butterfly. The transformation, it's like the transformation has already happened. You went from the caterpillar, from the larva, I would say in Swedish, from the caterpillar into the butterfly, and it's like the transformation has already taken place. But it's like you're flying in and out, and you're testing it, you're trying it out. It's like you're trying your new wings. You're trying, and as you're being the fairy, if you could see it, as you're being the fairy, it's also like it's almost like you got this magic wand, trollspö, and you're testing it out, like you're trying it and see, okay, so if I could create this, how about that? And if I can create that, how about that? Like, it's like you're really testing your creative powers right now, and you're doing wonderfully at doing so. And if you're sort of anywhere along the lines of feeling disappointed, feeling frustrated, feeling like you don't see evidence fast enough, I just almost, Aries, want to say just drop it. Just sort of drop that, because it doesn't serve you. It's not the truth. You're really heading in a beautiful, beautiful direction. And if you're anywhere like frustrated, you're somewhere in your past and you don't need to be there anymore. I just saw this rabbit. So it's like, how far down the rabbit hole do you want to go? Like how much, like the Alice in Wonderland type of feeling here. How far down the rabbit hole, in terms of illusion, in terms of black holes, wormholes, in terms of dark matter, not any crazy dark stuff. It's just that how much are you willing to test the boundaries, test the limitation, or the put on, the self-inflicted limitations are you willing to step into? There's this little bird there, but it's like, yeah, it's just sitting there. So it's like, because when the bird shows up, it usually brings a message, or it whispers in your ear, or it's like a little birdie whispered or something like that. The bird is just sitting there. It's like I don't know how to say this in another way, but it's like you are the message. You're not receiving the message anymore. You're not looking for answers. You're not seeking guidance. It's like you are the guidance. You are the message. You are the answer. So it's like you've incorporated it so much more. Like it's not too many questions right now. If you were on a quest recently, it's like and I want to use the word finally. You've finally started to embody it. You finally started to use it. And then we move into two of spring. It's a very specific message, because this is not going to be for all, but in the springtime, there's going to be a move. There's going to be a gorgeous move. That's why there's a process here as well. Like we're starting something here. You're trying stuff out. It's like you're putting different clothes on to see if they fit, to see where you want to go. It's like you try different ideas. You try new perspectives on. These are two men carrying a boat. The boat is upside down. And it's like you're at the steering wheel, even though it's not a steering wheel here. It's upside down. If you see that, there's a boat and it's turned upside down and you're carrying it. It's like you're at the steering wheel and there's other people helping you, saying sort of like, where do you want this? Where do you want to put it? Where do you want us to have this? And you're like, I think that fits better in the corner there. It feels like, so for some of you guys, this is a literal move. moving house, moving country, moving in somewhere, changing. That could be changing jobs. But for the I see a move happening here around springtime. And when I look at it from this aspect, it's funny because it's like, okay, sorry for taking a bit of time there. It needs to land. Like sometimes when I receive the information, it just needs to land for a bit so that I can sort of translate it into words. And from this aspect, it's just shadow created between the wings. So you see major wings here on this guy and major wings here on this guy. And in between here, it creates this shit. It's like this huge, it makes me think of that movie that I'm not going to think of the name now. But like it's like a huge ship is coming in through the air. And so it's like something with the boats here, with the ships, because this boat is turned upside down, and because it's easier to carry. And then the ship is coming in, and like literally or metaphorically, the ship is coming in. Like stuff that you've been waiting on, stuff that you've been planning for is coming in, and it's coming in through the ethers. It's like if you just get going, if you start with the move, if you start with the move in your mind, if you start going forward now, testing your wand, flying in and out, trying new things, go outside of your comfort zone or the box, go outside of the squared box. It's like the ship is coming in. So sometimes, I mean, I would normally say, try it out in your mind. Try it out like on a vibrational level first, and on an energetic level first. Try it out and see how it fits. Try it out and see how it feels. But this is sort of a being at home, not feeling. I'm not saying that you're feeling this. I'm just trying to give you a metaphor or an analogy so that you understand what I mean or what I'm getting here. Is that sometimes if you've been sitting around in your house or sitting around doing certain things and you just feel like you understand that you probably need to get moving a bit, you probably need some circulation in your body, and it would probably be a good thing for you to get outside and maybe take a walk in nature or something. And sometimes if you're a bit stagnant in your thoughts or in your mind, sometimes you can think all you want to that it would be a good thing to get out in nature, and sometimes it's like you just have to go because you know somewhere in your mind, you're old enough, you've grown enough wisdom for you to know that sometimes you just need to get up and get out in nature. And once you're there, stuff gets released, stuff gets going, stuff gets into circulation, and that in itself helps then the energy in turn. Like now we could almost take it from a physical standpoint, like the physical stuff that gets things going, because sometimes we can just overdo. If we just go on the physical plane, it's not too much is really happening because you're sort of still coming from a bad place energetically or vibrationally. So you want to change the vibration first and then step into the physical stuff. But here is sort of vice versa. It's like I feel, whether this is take a walk in nature to get your mind going, this is like a get moving, get going, move your boat, move your ship, like start physically to go there and the ship will come in. So it's like we're dealing with this specific thing in a physical way so that it will solve, or it would kickstart something in your mind and kickstart the vibration for you. I hope you understand what I mean. And then there's a sort of a caterpillar on the bottom there, on the bottom there, sort of waiting to so you as a person have already gone from the caterpillar into the butterfly, and the stuff that you're now putting in motion, that is in the caterpillar state waiting to blossom into the butterfly, if that makes sense. So you're already there, which is the main thing, which is the crux of it all, which is the foundation, the basis of everything. If you're there, the rest will follow. And you're already there. And so you just get going, and the thing you want to see, stuff that you want to see in your life, will go from a caterpillar into the butterfly. But we're going to clarify this a tiny bit more. Clarification around these two cards, please. I will move into an extended reading where I will go deeper into this message and see what else I can find there for you. And also, at the end of that, do a short visualization / meditation thingy for you to integrate this energy. Thank you. And then another one. Oh, I love the process of this. Another one. Thank you. Yeah. So first, this is the Empress, and I just adore the Empress. The Empress to me is like, it's a done deal. You have everything you want. On the bottom it says, first I want to say, so we have Ace. You have the Ace of Spring. We have 2 of Spring, and now we have 3. So there's a 1, 2, 3. It's a really cool process going on here for you. So the minute you get frustrated or disappointed or feel like stuff is not moving fast enough, go back to remember this reading. Like, no, wait. There's a process here. There's a natural process for things to happen. Maybe in this pandemic, there's sort of starting to loosening its grip, I feel. Things are becoming more lucid, more free, more open again. And there's a definite process in your life right now that is for you personally, but it's also following this energy, if that makes sense. For some of you, maybe that's literal, that you've been wanting to travel to a country, you've been wanting to move somewhere, and you just haven't been able to do so because of the pandemic, and now that is shifting. But you're shifting. You're starting out as this little gorgeous princess. Obviously, this is for a man as well. For a man, Aries is not gender specific. Look at this gorgeousness. Like, look at this Empress. She's always so full of herself, which I adore. Like, she really knows who she is. She stepped in. She's moved away from this. Even though the fairies, like, for me, the fairies are the magicians of the universe. Like, when the fairies are around, they're talking about manifestation. Like, we got this from a dream into physical reality. So it's not like they don't have powers. Like kids, superpower energy fireballs, they're just little balls of light rather. But there's it's like we're trying it out. You've been the magician for a while, and here we're stepping into the Empress energy. And the Empress energy is sort of, the fairy has grown up. The fairy has now, it's like you don't even need the magic wand anymore. You are the magic wand. So once again, it's talking about how you're integrating this inner wisdom, inner knowing about yourself, and you really are starting out to test it out in your world, in your direct physical world, and you're starting to see evidence of things. There's a huge pair here. I just want to say, pair could be 2, like a pear, but it's also the fruit pear. So some of you guys may be really enjoying pear, or some of you guys might need whatever pear is like around, like whatever pear the fruit pear is coming with. I don't know. That's not vitamin A, is it? I don't know. Check that out if there's something you need. But other than that, it's green. It's so much green going on, which speaks about your inner healing, your inner wisdom, your inner growth. And you're very content in who you are. You're holding up your skirt. You're really, really content. Really happy. And the Empress has a super strong energy, and that comes out underneath the fairy, the Ace of Spring, the highest possible energy. And then we have King of Summer. And so this is like we're starting spring, Empress in the spring, and then we move into the King of Summer. And the King of Summer, if Ace holds the highest possible energy in any type of situation, the King holds the highest possible energy around any type of person. So you're going from the seed to the flowering, from now to summer. And that might feel like we just ended summer. If you're focused on getting results, you're not going to be happy, because you don't want a quick fix in that. And it just tells me that, and I'm not saying you do this, I'm just saying, if you get disappointed, if you hear me talk about spring or summer, no matter where you are in the world, let's say 6 to 9 months from now, if some of you are dying slowly inside when you hear that, you're still not in the creative process of your life. And you need to switch that focus, you need to switch that direction of where you're going, because you're going to continue to be disappointed. And quite frankly, then you haven't gotten it yet. Because it's not about the result, it's about, for crying out loud, you trying out your magic in the world, and you starting to see things that are coming together right now, things that are like you're using your powers, your psychic powers, you're elevating yourself, you're ascending, you're awakening to your inner true power. And I can't sort of deny that there is a superpower couple on the table here. We have the Empress and the King of Summer. She's like the super queen and the super king, right next to each other. Very, 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 very comfortable, both of them in their own skin. So we could take this as your energy, that your yin yang, your masculine, feminine, like your complete balance within yourself is just through the roof come summer, come 6 to 9 months, depending where you're at on your journey. If you're feeling this now, you could have had stuff happening leading up to this place. You could have just starting, like I'm saying, 6 to 9 months from now. It's like you're living some type of, it's like you're sitting looking at like, I knew things was up. I knew things was going like the way that I wanted it, but man, like look at this, and what you will feel like, how it would internally feel like, is the whole magic here. But having that said, there is a superpower couple on the table. There's like a soulmate connection. There's your person coming in. For some of you guys, this is going to be a Pisces for some reason. And just like you, they're having a gazillion fairies around them. They're really in their magic, in their power themselves. So it's a true match between you guys for sure. King of Summer. So I want to say that for some of you guys, from 6 to 9 months from now, next summer, you're gonna step into this power couple energy, where you actually meet a soulmate. I'm gonna look at this further into in the extended, and then also probably we want to open up your heart a bit to trust. Trust issues comes up here. Trust in your power, trust in your ability to manifest and to create, trust in other people, trust in this type of relationship, this type of power couple relationship is possible for you. So that's what we're going to focus on also, in a sort of meditative place in the extended. And if some of you guys say, I don't meditate, or I don't know how to do that, if you can breathe and if you can think, you can do it. And I think you can breathe, and I think you can think. So we can all do it, and I'm going to guide you through it. So if you feel inspired to go to the extended, then the link is in the description box. If this is where we part ways, then thank you guys so much to be back. I'm so happy to be back, and I hope to see you guys soon. And thank you for the donations that has come in. I truly, truly am so grateful. Thank you. Take care.